There we go. I think we're live. Hopefully we are. Who knows? It's a very weird day today. I just finished recording another video and I forgot this was happening. So hopefully we picked it up right in time. So let us know in the chat if you can hear us. That would be very much appreciated. But we've got about 15 seconds, it seems, until we go into the stream itself. So yeah, hopefully you can hear me and see me. Swizzler says hello. Here we go. Hey, Dave.
Next generation of Windows.
Hopefully you can hear.
A big part of defining the future is always about understanding the past, especially in product management. And when you think about it, Windows has been part of our lives for 35 years. 30? It's incredible, right? 35 years.
Can you hear now?
It's been a driving
Hear and
force
see
for
Mike.
innovation. It's been an enduring platform for creation. It's been home to billions. To help us do our jobs, live our dreams, and connect with people we love. And for me,
no stream sound, but we can hear you.
As I personally reflect on the history of Windows, and as we as a team think about designing its future, it keeps bringing me back. It keeps reminding me, this is my home.
Everything okay now? Can you hear the stream?
This is a photo of the house I grew up in, and it's the place that my parents, they still live today. And even though it's changed, it's been renovated, still, to this day, the minute I step inside, it feels right. It feels familiar. You know, it feels like home. But it's not just about this physical space.
Hi, Hamza.
It's the feeling that I get when I'm there, the people, the connections, the growth.
Can you hear it, Kath?
And for you, it might not be about the house you grew up in. It might be a town, it might be your college, it might be a library, it might be a restaurant, a bar. It might be your gym. It could be anywhere, but what it really is, it's a place you can always find your way back.
Okay, awesome.
It's a space where we always know our way around.
Oh.
That's inspiring to me, and that's what Windows should feel like. It should feel familiar. It should feel secure.
Or the same as Windows 10.
It should feel open, connected. Especially right now, especially in these times of change. These last 18 months have shown us quite a bit. And the PC has played a role to help each one of us, whether it's with work or learning or connecting with each other. You might be doing emails. You might be having meetings. You might be having classes on your PC. But it's actually become so much more than that, hasn't it? I mean, for me, for others, for some, it's become the office banter place. For others, it's become where you do your happy hours. For me, it's where I've done pizza parties with my team. It's where my daughter graduated. And for many, it's where they celebrated their holidays. And during that time, we learned something. We learned something incredibly powerful. Not just how functional and practical the PC needs to be. And believe me, we understand that and we know the responsibility of that.
No kitchen. Oh, come on. It's obviously running on Microsoft hardware. Sorry guys, this is Microsoft. Please buy our operating system. It's very good for no, it's not very good for streaming. Hey.
More than we ever have before, but it also must be personal, more personal. And maybe most importantly, it must feel emotional. This is what inspired us to build the Windows of tomorrow.
Come on,
To
call it
build you
Windows
a
11.
place, a space that feels familiar, where you can create, learn, play, produce, and maybe most importantly, connect in all new ways. Right now, I'm so pumped in representing the team and introducing you to Windows 11.
Yes,
The
Windows
Windows
11.
that brings you closer to the things you love.
Windows 11. Hairs are standing up on my arms. Rounded corners. New design language icons. We knew this. Nice. Does look nice. You had a sandwich. Hair sticking up on arms again.
Incredible. We're so excited. The team put so much into this. We can't wait to share it with you. Windows 11. Modern, fresh, clean, beautiful. From the lock screen to Windows Hello, Windows 11 welcomes you. We put start at the center.
So did Windows 10.
It puts you at the center. It's what you need, closer to you, simplified. It's cloud-powered to serve you the docs and the apps you need. And the details matter. It is the details that enable you to get to that emotional space in connection with the product, to be able to produce and get the work you need done. The team obsessed over every pixel, like the way the light moves across the icons, the transparencies that guide you, the colors, the textures.
Vista,
they feel
anybody?
real. The transitions are beautiful, and you can feel their elegance. We redesigned the themes. We looked at light mode, dark mode, tuning the contrast with the materials so the content stands out. You'll notice the rounded corners throughout the entire product. The softer visuals, they happen on the apps that you open as well. And when we talk about the materials coming together seamlessly, this is
Sorry,
what we
reading
mean.
the chat.
Watch as I open.
Watch as I open nothing because it buffers because it's Windows. I wonder how many people are actually watching this from their site. I'd imagine there's one or two. Well, let's say a quick hello to those of you in the chat. Thanks for joining us on this Windows unveiling. I guessed it, Windows 11, it was going to be. Come on. Could it have been anything else? I don't think so. Letter says he must be using Edge. I'm not, but they probably are. Tactical Neep says, this new Mac is cool. It would if you could actually watch it. Come on. Don't think it's my connection. I've got pretty decent bandwidth speeds at the moment, it seems, so upload speed is fine. Oxycat says, from my designer standpoint, Windows 11 is amazing. I'll be interested, Dave Aitken, he's a designer, so I would be interested to hear his thoughts as well. Come on, is this going to run a what? Is anybody else's stopped buffering or doing whatever? Sticky says, watch it on Twitter. Yeah, it must have just busted. Let's click on play video again. Oh, come on. Letter says, wake me up if something exciting happens. Right, let's go on to that. I'm going to come out of this one and see if we can get it from somewhere else. Sorry about this.
And I took the challenge to make an even more powerful way to help you create and be productive. Introducing Snap Layouts. New on Windows 11.
Sorry about that, ladies and gents.
Tailored to the size of your screen. Pick the layout that suits you, and with a couple of clicks, you're set up to do your best work.
Who's this, Marge Simpson?
And Windows is going to remember this. You'll see what I mean in a sec. This is complexity made simple, but deceptively simple, because nobody else lets you do this with this many windows. With the new Start menu and Snap Layouts, it's effortless to find what you need to get set up and get started. Next, I want to show you how Windows helps you get back to where you were. Just when you get all settled in and organized and ready to work, along comes the inevitable interruption.
Thanks,
a personal email that I need to reply to right away. Now with Windows 11, when you return to what you were doing after handling the interruption, or even when you return to the PC after being away from it for a while, you don't have to remember where you were or waste time setting things back up. Not anymore. This is Snap Groups, the collections of apps that I was using, sitting right here in the taskbar. Windows remembers and keeps them for me. I can get to it right from the taskbar, where I'm already going to switch apps. And because they're right on the taskbar, you can now choose to switch between apps or entire projects. This is next level task switching. Bringing multiple windows back together is something you can only do on Windows.
Calf will appreciate
Sometimes switching projects or tasks means switching locations, like taking a call in a quieter space. So if you're not docking yet, and pro tip, you really should be, an extra monitor gives you more screen space to spread out. And you have the convenience of taking your device with you. When you do need to move around, the windows on your monitor minimize to your laptop so they don't disturb what you were doing. And now with Windows 11, and this is where the magic really happens, when you reconnect, everything is back where you had it before. No more trying to remember what you were doing. No more reconfiguring your layout. It's just right back to the way that you had it.
That is quite useful.
So relax and get right back to doing. With Snap Groups,
oh, come on.
And the new docking and undocking experience, it's easier than ever to get back to being your most productive and creative.
I would love to. This is actually coming from Microsoft's own site, directly from them, so unfortunately there's very little I can do about it. I also want
to show you 2 ways we're making it easier to always know where you are in Windows and in experiences like Microsoft Edge. As we research and watch videos and shop in the browser, it's easy to get lost in a bunch of tabs. With one click, you can switch to vertical tabs. which makes it easy to find exactly what you're looking for.
Sucks.
The second way we're making it easier to know where you are is with desktops. We designed desktops to help you stay organized and focused. Each desktop can display a different set of apps so that you can make separate rooms
They've included
for
a
the
new
different
buffering
parts of
icon.
your life. With Windows 11, you can now personalize each of your desktops with custom wallpapers so that each desktop can be its own place with its own look and purpose.
Seriously?
You can have one for home, one for school, one for work. You can even have one for gaming. Have as many as you need. Desktops are an easy way to help you stay organized and focused. They're different
And an easy
expressions.
way of loading up all your RAM and all your resources with all that stuff in standby waiting to go. Fine for creative professionals, I guess, but for gamers who need all the resources at hand, yeah, crock of shit. Come on. This buffering is almost horrendous. Well,
Get Windows 12 by the end of this, Steve said.
yeah, Windows 12 will be out by the time this is finished buffering. Pierre Blaze says this is hilarious. It's, I can think of other things I would call it. Mark Point says, good morning, Mike and Kath. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon here in the United Kingdom. But thank you. Let's see if we can pause and press play. Come on. Play the game. Sorry guys and girls, etc. Shame Mike hasn't got a rubber brick to throw at the screen. It's tempted. It's tempted. So no matter how many desktops you have on your Windows 11 PC, you're still going to buffer like crazy. For the lol says the buffering is a widespread problem. Their servers can't handle the people watching the stream. This really doesn't bode well for Microsoft. No, it doesn't. Yeah, this should have never been done as a kind of live stream type thing. They should have...
I grew up in, and it's the place that my parents, they still live today.
Okay.
And even though it's changed, it's been renovated, still, to this day, the minute I step inside,
This was
it
the
feels
start.
right.
Now it's buffering the start again. Man, Bill Gates must be spinning in his grave right now.
You're dead.
Melinda be there. I told you, Bill, you should have been using Linux. Oh dear. Is it done? Right, let's reset. The buggy Windows 11 stream. Congrats. Oh, here we go.
Me too. I miss you.
Share moment by moment, or moments then and then nothing, then some moments. Oh, for God's sake.
Everything okay?
No,
I just felt
it's
like saying
buffering
hi.
like shit. Do people do this? That's not like our Discord chats. Yeah. If ClickTech Kev's there, maybe.
Teams is near and dear to my heart, no doubt. And just like Windows
Teams
brings you closer to the people you love, it also will bring you closer to the information you both want and need. I want to introduce you to a new feature, Windows Widgets. You saw this earlier. It's this beautiful sheet of glass. Windows Widgets is a new
beautiful sheet of glass
personalized feed
destroyed
powered
by
by
Windows
AI,
apps.
serving you curated content so you can take a break at any time or just get some inspiration without ever losing your place. These and other innovations in touch, pen, voice, mouse, keyboard, they all come to life to help Windows adapt to you.
Adaptability, flexibility, and versatility are key to creating even more personal computing. So to make Windows 11 something beautiful that works better with you and for you, we've redesigned the experience of Windows without a keyboard, so it adapts to you instead of the other way around. We've refined the ways you interact with your PC to give you the flexibility to work how you want. And we've created new experiences to make Windows your go-to, not just for productivity, but also content and entertainment. So first, adaptability. I have a 2-in-1 because I didn't want to also buy a tablet. But to be honest, I never use it without the keyboard because it feels too different. Windows 11 always feels like Windows. And you'll see what I'm talking about as soon as you detach your keyboard. It's the same beautiful centered taskbar, just with a touch more space between the icons. We've added bigger touch targets and subtle visual cues to make resizing and moving windows easier. You still have Snap to make the most of your screen, and when you rotate, not only is it smooth, but we've stacked them on top of each other because it just makes sense. We've also added gestures because we know how important they are, especially when you don't have a keyboard. And they're the same ones you use on the trackpad today, so you don't have to relearn how to use your device. It's a consistent experience with subtle differences to make Windows adapt to you. Next, we've refined the different ways that you can interact with your PC, so you can use it however you want to. Many of you like to use a pen because it's a great way to sketch out ideas.
Who likes to use a pen on a PC?
Highlight and take notes. With Windows 11, we're enabling haptics to make using your pen even more engaging and immersive. I cannot wait for you to get your hands on one of these because it's amazing to feel and hear the vibrations as you click and edit and write and sketch. Or you can use the new touch keyboard, which is amazing. There are new themes, so you can make it yours. GIFs. And last but certainly not least, voice typing. Arguably the fastest way to get your ideas down on paper. Windows 11 is so good at recognizing what you say. And it can automatically punctuate for you.
That's
cool, right? And there are voice commands. Delete that. And finally, we've created new experiences to make Windows more versatile. Not just a place for productivity, but also your go-to for content and entertainment. Anytime I'm on my PC, I could check stuff like my calendar, the weather, and the news. Instead, I normally pick up my phone because it feels quicker and doesn't mess with what I have on my desktop. This great new feature called Widgets keeps you up to date with the stuff that matters to you without you having to lose your place. It slides over your desktop, and you can use it like this, or you can make it full screen to see everything at once. You can rearrange and resize your widgets to quickly check everything from calendar to traffic to the latest in esports. But my favorite part is the newsfeed. And I think you're gonna love it too, because it adapts to you and what's important to you and delivers stories that might interest you. Whether that's international politics,
of the feed,
tech, or the local news to help you stay close to your community, which means a lot to me personally. And not only can I stay up to date, I can even support local content creators and authors by giving them a tip.
Ooh.
The last way I want to show you how we're making Windows 11 great for entertainment is in the Microsoft Store. We've redesigned the Entertainment tab to bring you top movies and TV shows from across streaming services, all in one place. Then you can either cuddle up in bed or project to your TV with Wireless Connect.
How many times did he press that?
Windows 11 makes the PC even more personal by adapting to you, empowering you to work and create
Dave.
however you like, and by giving you the best of productivity and entertainment all in one place. So as you move through your day, Windows 11 moves with you.
All right, that was amazing stuff. I want to take just a few more seconds talking about the feed and the Windows platform and just thinking about it. Think about the size and scale of the Windows platform
Panos has got an
and the
awesome
opportunity
bathroom.
to open up to local content creators
Those
and
shower screens look
global
amazing.
brands alike. This is inspiring to me. It's good for both creators, it's good for consumers, and we're just at the beginning of opening up new real estate within Windows. All right.
Yeah, he just showed us AirPlay.
Now let's switch gears for just a second. I want to talk to you about something awesome. Gaming. If you're a gamer, Windows 11,
Gamer.
it was made for you. And the best person to tell you about it is my good friend and colleague, Sarah Bond.
Thanks, Panos. I'm thrilled to be here today to share the latest gaming innovations in Windows 11. Gaming has always been fundamental to what Windows is all about. We build Windows to be a magical place where everyone can play, connect,
Do you
and
think
create.
she's ever
The
had a
Windows
controller in her hand
legacy
in her life?
is one of innovation through collaboration, breaking down barriers, crossing divides, and bringing all creators and players together in a limitless world. Our commitment to boundless creator and player experiences is fundamental to what we do. And for me, this commitment is
Yeah, where's
personal
Phil Spencer?
because
Come on.
Windows is where I learned to play. My first memory of playing a game is with my dad when I was 7 years old, playing King's Quest II on his IBM PC. I remember the joy of navigating the 8-bit character of King Graham through the 2D world of Daventry. And I chuckle now when I realize that my dad was just getting me to practice reading when he insisted that I read the dialogue out loud. Now, when I play games with my daughter, it always transports me back to that time. It feels like home. Today, hundreds of millions of people around the globe game on Windows, and the next generation can connect with their loved ones through play, just like I do. And while the 8-bit world I explored with my dad felt huge to my 7-year-old eyes, the universes we all get to explore now are truly vast, beautiful, and impactful. With superior graphics, amazing speed, and an incredible selection of games, Windows 11 delivers the best PC gaming experiences yet. And that is why I am delighted to share what Windows 11 means for the future of gaming.
Come on.
First, superior graphics. Games can look better than ever on Windows 11 thanks to Auto HDR, which automatically updates your game's lighting and color to high dynamic range. We introduced this tech in our Xbox consoles and got an incredible response from creators and players. It's just awesome to bring this to Windows 11. The results
just
can
reading the
be
chat.
dramatic. Just check out this side-by-side comparison of Skyrim from our own Bethesda game studios. On the left, you can see the game running in SDR, and on the right in Auto HDR. The colors and lighting are much more vibrant and lifelike with
Fair play,
HDR,
it does look better.
elevating the visual fidelity. The difference is stunning. Over 1,000 games, including Age of Empires Definitive Edition, Rocket League, DayZ, and even Doom 64 will be automatically enhanced on Windows 11 devices that support HDR. And all of this with no effort required from the player or the developer. It just works. Next,
sounds like a familiar
amazing
phrase.
speed. With top-performing PCs running Windows 11, new games can load faster than ever thanks to a breakthrough technology called direct storage, which we first pioneered in the Xbox Series X and S. With direct storage, games can quickly load assets to the graphics card without bogging down the CPU. This means you
good.
get to experience incredibly detailed game worlds rendered at lightning speeds without long load times. Direct
On a
storage
GT
optimized
710.
Windows 11 PCs are configured with the hardware and drivers needed to enable this amazing experience. But you all know, even the best graphics and speed are nothing without play. Which brings me to the final and most important thing of all.
Important thing
Games.
of all.
That's why we created Xbox Game Pass, built right into Windows 11 through the Xbox app. Game Pass is a membership built to bring the power of games to everyone.
Wasn't
For a
that in
low
Windows
monthly
10?
price, you have full access to a library of hundreds of games. The Game Pass library is incredible. It includes PC games from both Xbox Game Studios and Bethesda the day they launch, all of EA Play, and a great selection of third-party titles from developers big and small, with more entering every single month. And with Xbox Cloud Gaming integrated, we've made it possible to play the highest fidelity games on all PCs. Also, because of our commitment to player-first innovations like cross-play and cross-save, you can play these games seamlessly across devices with a global community
Yeah, I
of
bet.
millions of players. Game Pass is simply the best way to discover and play your next favorite game. And for those favorites you want to keep, you can also buy them straight from the Xbox app with just the click of a button. Whatever you're in the mood for, whether it's an action game like Halo, a grand strategy game like Crusader Kings 3, or an indie legend like Undertale, we've got you covered. And because Windows has the broadest hardware support in the world, you can connect millions of gaming peripherals and accessories so you can game the way you want. Everything from Bluetooth controllers, mechanical keyboards, the Xbox Adaptive Controller, and surround sound headsets, to flight sticks, driving wheels, and external GPUs. From the
Like you
team
can to
that
all
has
Windows.
always been committed to unleashing creativity, connection, and play, we bring you the best Windows ever for gaming. Superior graphics, amazing speed, and incredible games. Welcome to Windows 11.
Sega.
Thank you, Sarah. That was amazing. Gaming is awesome. We've seen a lot today. We've gone through productivity, creativity, versatility in gaming.
Come on,
But when you
Panos, when are we
think
going to get
about it,
this?
It's always about
computer.
apps. And Windows has always been about apps.
Yeah, let's talk about
This
the
is
moolah.
why we've rebuilt the Microsoft Store from the ground up, and we built it for speed. And it is beautiful. Oh, that's cool.
I
love
did say
seeing
that
Disney
actually
Plus
when I
in the
did the
store.
early review of the
The
beta.
store is so
the
simple
store
to
is
use.
very, very
Search
fast.
is incredible, and it's still the safest and most secure way for you to get your apps on Windows. And we're making sure every app you need is there to create, learn, do, and play the way you want to. Now, for the developers out there, let me talk to you. First,
Hit me,
you're our
Panos.
heroes. What you do, what you build, I mean, I gotta tell you, it inspires us. But we also want you to be able to bring any technology, the technology that you love, to the store. Whether you've already built it or you're building it now, and it's a PWA or a Win32 app or a UWP, we just
Yeah.
want to make it easier for you to bring it to the store. That's our goal. We also want to help you build your business. And whether you use the commerce engine that we help you with, and you want industry-leading rev share from that, or bring your own commerce engine. And if you do bring your own commerce engine, You keep 100% of your revenue. We keep 0. A
That's
great
impressive.
example of where all this store technology comes together is with Adobe, who are just doing amazing work, bringing the Creative Cloud and Document Cloud directly to the Microsoft Store through their subscription services across a suite of app technology from UWP to PWA and Win32. We are really excited to expand this partnership with
4.6
Adobe
out of 5 rating.
and to see what
Go,
developers
go.
around the world will create in the Microsoft Store. Because what you do inspires us, and we want to help. Now, to learn more about it, we have a session for developers later today, and we are excited to take a deeper dive. Please join us. Okay, before we move on from the store, just one more small surprise. Android apps coming to Windows. And I mean coming to Windows. They can be integrated into Start. They'll be integrated in your taskbar. You can window the way Carmen showed you earlier with these apps. And for me, like one of my favorite apps is TikTok, it's true. And they're discoverable through the Microsoft Store using the Amazon App Store. It's really cool.
No
And we
way.
use Intel Bridge technology to bring it to life so it's just seamless and smooth. And these integrated apps, I mean, it's just, what it does is it brings you into Windows from the most professional editing apps all the way through to the most casual apps you can think of when you lean back on the couch, the way Philip had showed you, to just let Windows adapt to what you do. We love this. We love that the Microsoft Store continues to be more open, inviting our developers in, inviting more apps into the store, inviting you as our customers to use any app that you love. Now, we're also excited that our hardware partners are ready. Now, we know how important the intersection of hardware and software is on these products. And that always starts with the silicon. And our partners from Intel, AMD, and Qualcomm have been designing with us since day one to bring these products to life for you. Focusing on battery life, performance, touch, pen, all these innovations and the subtleties in between that you need to bring these products to life are all being designed. As a matter of fact, what Intel's doing right now with their 11th gen processor is just awesome. With hundreds of designs coming this holiday,
Wait for it.
we're
Big
super
little.
excited. We also have the largest hardware ecosystem on the planet. Between Dell, HP, Lenovo, Samsung, and of course Surface, from day one, have been designing products with Windows 11 to bring that elegance to the forefront, to help us build technology for you that will disappear so you can do your best work. What's incredible about this open hardware ecosystem is it brings you choice, where you
Brings
can
you
pick
choice.
the product that you love most with Windows 11. Go out today and get your Windows 11 ready PC. We hope you loved what you saw today. And I know it was a lot, there's no doubt. And over the last year, the team and I, this incredible team that brings
He's
all
using
this
the
passion
Microsoft
to
Sign
this
Language.
product, have realized Windows, it's more than just an operating system. It's fabric woven in our lives, in our work. It's how we connect with people. It's how we learn. It's how we work. It's how we play.
Nice one, Oxycat.
And through all this time, it has stayed familiar. And yet, it has continued to evolve with us. It feels a lot like home. Thanks again for joining us today. It is my great pleasure to introduce you to my friend, Satya.
Come on,
Thank you so much, Panos.
hit us up with some pricing.
I'm really excited to be here with you all.
I love his haircut.
Today marks a major milestone in the history of Windows. It's the beginning of a new generation.
The beginning of the end.
I'm excited by what we have shown you today and how we are reimagining everything, from the operating system itself to the browser to the store and the feed. And I want to reflect briefly on how we got here. Throughout its history, Windows has been a democratizing force for the world.
Welsh Tony says it's
Windows
Mike's
has created
twin.
entirely new categories for both consumers and businesses. It's led to many of the world's most successful software categories, from communications and productivity to design and business applications, each of which has created their own ecosystems. The web itself was born
Penfold works
and
for
grew up
Windows.
on Windows. It's driven silicon innovation and device innovation. It's
brilliant.
enabled so many people, including hobbyists, students, developers, and entrepreneurs, to all dream big, turn their ideas into reality, and monetize their creation. Windows has always stood for sovereignty for creators and agency for consumers. With Windows, you can consume apps and build apps. You can play games and design games. You can buy a PC and build a PC. You can join your community and create your community. You can buy from a business and start your own business. With Windows 11, we have a renewed sense of Windows' role in the world. As I look ahead, I see three clear opportunities. First, Windows recognizes that there is no personal computing without personal agency. Personal computing requires choice, and we need to nurture and grow our own agency over computing itself. We want to remove the barriers that too often exist today and provide real choice and connection. We need to be empowered to choose the applications we run, the content we consume, the people we connect to, and even how we allocate our own attention. Operating systems and devices should mold to our needs, not the other way around. That's why we're making it easier for you to connect with the people you want, the content you want, the apps you want across all devices you want. Second, Windows is the stage for the world's creation. As a creator, every time you pick up a Windows device, it becomes a stage for your inspiration so you can dream big and create something profound and lasting.
He is selling
Creation is going through a sea change as the balance between consumption and creation changes. With this new generation of Windows, we are unleashing the innovation and ingenuity inherent in each of us. We want to foster these virtuous loops between content, consumption, and commerce, driven by communities for everyone.
He's losing me.
These cycles should flow freely, giving people frictionless access to apps, files, games, movies, shows, content, and communities that matter to them. We want to empower you to produce and inspire you to create. It's why we're introducing a complete new user experience in helping you be more productive. And finally, Windows isn't just an operating system. It's a platform for platform creators. It allows for the broadest of design spaces, enabling people to build their own businesses and communities. Today, the world needs
Can we please have Panos or the other chick back, please?
One that allows apps to become platforms in their own right. Windows is a platform where things that are bigger than Windows can be born, like the web. That's our aspiration with Windows 11, to be the platform for the next web, the next transformational software category, the next personalized content business. A platform can only serve society if its rules allow for this foundational innovation in category creation. It's why we're introducing new store commerce models and policies and creating new opportunities for local publishers and supporting even more apps with Android apps on Windows. This is the first version of a new era of Windows. We're building for the next decade and beyond. And when I reflect on those chapters to come, I'm reminded of an analogy from a 19th century philosopher who compared creators to objects in our solar system. He wrote about meteors that flash but fade away, planets that burn longer but whose energy is confined to their own orbit, and compared them to stars that are constant and light the path of their own. That's our ambition with Windows, to help other stars and entire constellations to be born and thrive. I'm incredibly proud of what Windows has achieved and how it has fostered lasting opportunity for others. And I look forward to seeing what you achieve with Windows 11 and how it'll unlock enduring opportunity for people in the world. Thank you all very, very much.
Is that it? Where's the pricing? Yep. Come on, you can't leave us hanging like that with bloody... Unbelievable. Maybe it'll be in the commercial briefing, I don't know. I suppose the commercial briefing probably wouldn't have it in, would it? So I have got no clue what is going on there. So we've still got no pricing, we've got no release date, just them giving us a load of crap, basically. Right, let's ditch that. And let's get back to this. So, there we go. We currently know nothing. We know less now, pretty much, than we did last week, apart from now we know that we are going to be able to use probably Android apps in some limited form in Windows. So, therefore, bringing together possibly the two worst operating systems on the planet into one device. Fantastic. Just what we all needed. Android running on Windows. For some people, I guess, yes, it does make sense. If you can't afford two devices and you have to have Android apps and you don't want to have multiple things, then I guess that's okay-ish. There have been some times where I've actually wished that I could use the YouTube Creator Studio on my PC.
Your PC's gone to sleep.
Wake up, Windows. That for me, yeah, I can see the benefit of that. Having YouTube Creator Studio on my Windows device would be very good. If it still works the same way as it did on either Android or Apple, whereas I can just talk my replies rather than having to type them, that would be excellent and will save me hours a day in replying to YouTube comments. But that is a very, very niche thing. Let me know in the comment section or in the chat rather, let me know what Android app would you love to be able to run on your Windows 11 laptop or desktop computer. I'm thinking really hard and I can't think of anything that specifically runs in Android which doesn't run in Windows. I guess you got the apps like TikTok possibly. Does that not run on Windows? I didn't even install it on a phone, so I've got no idea. Some messaging services, I would guess. WhatsApp pretty much runs on PC now. Well, at least runs in a window.
Anyone still use that?
If people still use that. Snapchat, I guess. Reddit, I suppose, yeah, the Reddit app's very popular. But then you can use Reddit within a browser, so it's kind of here nor there. Patrick LaBelle says, even your computer went to sleep during the presentation. I know. The one thing, or two things that we all wanted to know, release date, price, and possibly licensing. That's all we needed to know. We've got super chat coming there from BC Life, stroke BC Railway.
Very dark, sorry.
HK $5. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's not getting very dark in here because it's sunny as hell out in the garden. I don't know. Welsh Tony One says Instagram is anything I can think of. Fred Brown says good job, Mike. Thank you, Fred. Appreciate that. Yeah, some mobile games I guess would be okay. There's quite a few mobile games which really belong on mobile, especially due to the way that they're actually controlled and kind of your interaction. Things like Call of Duty Online won't really translate, I don't think, particularly well to an app unless it was on a tablet. Maybe if you're on a tablet with touch as well enabled, that actually might be pretty cool. Yeah, that is, again, a very niche thing. Chances are if you like Call of Duty that much, you're going to play the PC version, if you've got a PC. I think you play the Call of Duty, the Android version, because you're on a phone and you're not near your PC. Or you're at work, or you're taking a dump, whatever you're doing, you just want to, you can't, better to be away from the game, so you're playing it on there. I don't know. BC Life, BC Railway, and another 10 HKS. What's HKS? I don't know what they are.
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong
Maybe.
dollars, possibly. Windows 11 is definitely Windows 10 base. Yeah, I think that is pretty much clear from the offset. It's essentially Windows 10 kind of beefed up a little bit. I am actually impressed that the things they've added in there, when we went through and used the dev version in the video, if you've not seen it already, if you click on the links up here, it won't be here in a moment, but in the video on demand, it will be there. But if you just search Mike's Unboxing Windows 11, you'll see it. When we went through and actually used it, the Windows Store actually is really, really snappy and fast. In fact, the whole operating system does seem considerably snappier. I did try it on a relatively moderate system, so Ryzen 5 3600, 16 gigs of RAM, RTX 2060, and definitely Windows 10 felt sluggish after taking Windows 11 off. So it definitely does feel a little bit quicker, despite the fact that seemingly those extra features are baked in, such as the kind of slideshow thing on the side. What do they even call that again? Like the replacement for news and interests, the looking glass, mirror glass, whatever the heck it is, shower glass, who knows. So that was there. The store was there, the windows to be able to actually do your separate things with whatever he called it. What did they call it? Where you put all your apps in one basket? I don't know. That recyclable desktop thing. So that was all in there.
An Xbox.
Xbox, yeah.
Put your X in one basket.
Why would you put such an emphasis on Xbox Game Pass? I know this is something they're trying to flog and they're desperately trying to get everybody onto Xbox Game Pass. It's fine, it does its job, but it's not really a big thing that it's been in Windows 10. And it works well in Windows 10. It actually really does. I think the store actually opening up to allow other stores to take transactions through the Microsoft Store is actually pretty good. Adobe being in there, that's a really good one. I'll very likely, when I have to renew my Adobe Creative Cloud subscription, there's a strong chance now that I'll do it through the Windows 11 store. If I'm in Windows and it's on there and I've got my notification, then hell, why not? I might as well use that. No reason why not. Having other things like maybe even Steam. I can't imagine Steam doing it, but potentially Steam could run through the game store and take payments through the store. There's no reason why not. If they're getting 100% of the transaction, then it's basically a free shop front. So that, I think, the Microsoft Store, in theory, should take off and actually become a more centralized and unified, cohesive environment to actually shop for apps and games, add-ons, upgrades, all that kind of stuff. So that might be okay. It might well do the job. Finley123 says they announced it's coming out today. Did they? Where? I didn't see that. Actually, what have I got my headphones in? I don't need that anymore. Stupid boy. Yeah. Welsh Tony says, yeah, there's no release date or price at the moment. Finley123, if you've got any information or a direct link to where that is, let us know. Type it in, because I will check it out and we'll go through it.
Use spaces and stuff.
Yeah, use spaces. If you're going to type in the address, type in spaces and we'll try and go there. Alessa says, I found 3 websites that say Windows 11 is all set to launch on June the 24th, which is today. So, I don't know. It's definitely something we're going to have to keep an eye on. I'm going to do a quick search now and see if we've got it. So Windows, if I could spell, Windows 11 release date. Yeah, June 24th. Windows 11 is all set to launch on June 24th. But doesn't say. So Tech Radar. Yeah, they're saying there's no confirmed launch time. So yeah, as far as I can see at the moment, launch date and release date are very, very different. And I think probably in a lot of these searches, if they've put in their keywords is Microsoft release date, Microsoft launch date, etc., it'll be picked up. So, yeah, I've not. Let's see Tom's guide. See if Tom's guide has got anything on there to say about what's happening. Today's big day, blah blah blah. The events. No, no.
Free upgrade for the Verge site.
The Verge. Let's have a look at the Verge.
Danielle.
Thank you, Danielle. Let's have a look on the Verge. I always get hesitant about going to the Verge because, well, we all know. The Verge.
From Puny, Microsoft has announced that Windows 11 is going to be available to download by the holidays this year, with beta builds starting to go out to Window insiders in the week commencing June 28th.
Right, there we go. So, for those of you who haven't seen it already, the Freckle Puny says Microsoft has announced that Windows 11 is going to be available for download. Oh, hang on. Available for download by the holidays this year, with beta builds starting to go out to Windows insiders in the week commencing June the 28th, 2021. So today is not the release date, it is the launch date, obviously, because we've just watched the launch. So yeah, that clarifies that. Still no details on pricing. To be honest with you, I can't imagine there being any details on pricing until much closer to the actual retail launch of the, retail release of the product. So yeah, we are still.
Lucas is saying 4 minutes. I think I read that wrong.
Chick says today is the release date. I don't know. Another 10 Canadian, Hong Kong dollars from BC Life straight BC Railway. Heard that logging in MS account on Win 11 beta will ban. I don't think that is the case. I'll be completely honest with you. I'm not going to say how I know that, but I have used a non-usual account to log into the debt, and it's fine. Dave Kai says, when can I download it from the Microsoft website? That's a very good question. Nobody actually knows at the moment. Chickers is donated 100. I'm not even sure what that squiggle is on there, but thank you very much. It says, check their Twitter. I don't have Twitter.
You can still look at Twitter without having it.
Oh yeah, Microsoft Twitter, let's have a look. Microsoft Twitter. Okay, let's have a look, see what their latest posts are. No, nothing on there. Just says Microsoft, their latest tweet was, we're on a mission to empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. That is it. William says, we'll update this guide with more steps on how to download Windows 11 once available for testing to Windows insiders. Likely to be detailed on June 24th, 2021. So, I'm not too sure. Oh, Windows Twitter, not Microsoft. Good shout.
Lucky you haven't got a tech channel.
If I had a tech channel, I'd be lethal. You haven't put the light back on, Babs. Microsoft, Windows on Twitter. There we go. Windows, their latest tweet appears to be 1 hour ago. We're going live soon. Reminder to tune in at 11 AM ET. So let's have a click on them.
Have a look at their replies as well.
It says 13 minutes ago, get 3 minutes closer to the release of Windows 11. Oh, that's because the video is 3 minutes long. It's just showing you basically what it is. So yeah, we've got nothing. We've got nothing. So I think really Windows Insider. Let's try Windows Insider. Windows Insider. Right, so in the Windows Insider, in the dev channel currently, there's build 21390. So let's have a look at 21390. That is a Windows, that's a Windows 11 build, I think. Let's have a look. Preview build 2190. I'm pretty sure that is Windows 11, essentially.
November the 11th, 11, 11, 11, 11.
I think I'm pretty sure November the 11th, 11, 11, 11 EST would be extremely likely. I would be amazed if it wasn't. Yeah, the fact that they've not announced specifically in that stream a release date or a specific, they're just saying basically go and buy your Windows 11 ready PC. So when they're saying buy Windows 11 ready, that means that the manufacturers have got the hardware ready, which isn't a problem anyway, because obviously it's Windows 10 gift wrapped. So yeah, I would say
check the Windows blog. There's information about Windows 11 on there.
Windows blog. Let's have a look. Introducing Windows 11.
Why do they keep saying this holiday when what is holiday?
There's summer holiday.
So when does it start?
Or winter holiday even, it could be. Publish Windows.
Holiday without no dates.
Right, let's have a quick look through this blog and see if there's anything on there. Basically, it's just, I think the blog is actually, if I, actually I'll put it on the screen so you can see it. So this is Windows blogs, introducing Windows 11. This is published June 24th, so this is essentially just to wrap up really what they've said in the stream today. So I don't think there's going to be anything.
If your Mobo or laptop doesn't have TPM 2.0, forget about upgrading or installing Windows 11. It won't work.
Yeah, you can you can modify the ISO or the WIM file rather to get it to install. A little bit of a pain, but then you're going to struggle with updates after that. So
Right at the bottom it says a free upgrade.
oh, look for PCs that indicate they are eligible for the free upgrade, or you can check with your retailer for more information. So that pretty much sums up some of it. So look for PCs that indicate they are eligible for a free upgrade. So I think that was probably relating to what Panos said, saying that if you go out and buy a Windows 11 ready device and it's got the Windows 11 ready sticker on it, then you will be entitled to a free upgrade. Whether or not they're going to do it for all the Windows 10 users now, I don't know. I think they probably will do. Or maybe even if they just did like they did with Windows 8, I think it was, where they had a reduced cost. So normally Windows 8 would have cost you kind of like $129 or something, but they actually said like for special upgrade offer would do it for like £25. So you could go to Windows, get an upgrade, £25, and it would convert your existing Windows 7 key into a Windows 8 key. And I did that on a couple of PCs for myself, my daughter and my son, and that worked out okay.
Didn't bother with me.
Didn't bother with Kath, she wanted Windows
Up
7.
a little, Tony says.
There we go.
And TechR says if you join...
There we go. So yeah, Windows 11 will be available through a free upgrade or eligible Windows 10 PCs on new PCs beginning this holiday.
TechR Lekar says if you enjoy it, if you join the Insider program, it says receive Windows 11 builds.
Yeah, I think that's it. If you want to get Windows 11 quicker, join the Insider program and go on to either the Dev Ring or the Fast Ring, and you should get Windows 11, essentially. That's the best way of doing it. I'm wondering if actually you could distribute the Dev ISO now. Because they were taking down the ISO for the Dev version. I might have to fire up the PC and see if it updates. That would be an interesting one. Anyway, so yeah, Windows 11 will be available through a free upgrade for eligible devices, Windows 10 PCs on new PCs, for eligible Windows 10 PCs and on new PCs beginning this holiday. So if you've, yeah, so eligible Windows 10 PC, so yeah, it's going to be a free upgrade. So...
Tony's going now.
The free upgrade will begin to roll out on eligible Windows 10 PCs this holiday and continuing into 2022. So, well, the holiday season for the US is effectively kind of from November onwards, isn't it? Because you've got Thanksgiving, which is, I always forget what day Thanksgiving is. Is it kind of like 18th of November, 15th of November?
I think it depends what day Thursday falls on.
Yeah, I think it depends what day a certain day falls on in that week, whatever. It's not date related, it's the something Thursday in the month. Anyway, so that would make sense. So Windows 11 to come out in the holiday season, so the 11th of the 11th is still, I'm kind of pinning my hopes on that. I think that is going to be likely. It isn't that far away, but is it a little bit too far? Now they've built this hype through the leak, through this release, who knows? So yeah, free upgrade will roll out, blah blah blah. And next week we will begin to share an early bird, the early bird gets the worm. And next week we'll begin to share an early build of Windows 11 to the Windows Insider program. This is a passionate community of Windows fans whose feedback is important to us.
I thought you were reading Doghead's comment on you.
So yeah, that is... Well, Tony says Independence Day is July the 4th. That is a holiday for America. Wouldn't that count? I guess it would do. That would make some sense.
Now, by the way.
Thanks for stopping by, Tony. So, Devlin Davidson says it's saying my PC doesn't meet the minimum requirements. Well, let's see if I can try and do that. So we'll go down to download the PC Health Check app and see if my laptop is whether or not it'll do it. Oh, I've just got some kind of weird landing page there. Yeah, this has got lorem ipsum, which obviously you can see. Nice. So they've got just placeholders. Or is my PC just being a little bit mental? Check for compatibility, there we go. So that's interesting. So minimum system requirements, that's going to be interesting to some of you, I would imagine. So processor is going to be 1 gigahertz or faster with 2 or more cores. So I actually called that. I said it's going to be 1.4 gigahertz, so they've gone a little bit lower. 64-bit system or SoCs, 4 gigs of RAM, which I said that as well. Even though the previous Windows 10 would work on 2 gigs, actually even a gig in some instances, but recommended would be, actually they're saying minimum there. So minimum is 4 gigs of RAM now. Storage, 64 gigs or larger. So that is going to affect a lot of those little mini Android type boxes or TV boxes, especially ones that have got a 32 gig eMMC chip installed on them. They have to be secure boot and UEFI compatible and must have TPM version 2.0. So that is going to be the limitation then. So if you've got an older system which does not support TPM2, then yeah, you're going to be screwed. Graphics card has to have a DirectX 12 compatible graphics or Windows Display Device Manager 2, whatever it is. and a 720p display 9 inches or bigger. Microsoft account and internet connectivity required for setup Windows 11 Home. That's interesting, because you didn't need a Microsoft account to set up Windows 11 Professional, or the dev version. So that is quite an interesting one. Yes, Gav.
Hugh W's just given you 2 super stickers.
Thanks, Hugh, for the super stickers, the smileys. God bless you. So let's download the app. I know my system's gonna be fine for it, but we'll try it anyway. So Windows PC. Come on.
Matthew Day said 64-bit mode only.
Yeah, I think it will be 64-bit mode only because it's 4 gigs minimum. Yeah, and it needs a 64-bit processor.
Where do you find that?
What's that? The Windows specs?
I assume... No, I don't know. Finley. Maybe what you're doing.
This was on the... Where was it? Microsoft site. So if you go to Microsoft.com/en/US, obviously if your region is different then you might struggle with that, but yeah, Microsoft.com/en/US/Windows/Windows-11, and you can check for compatibility there.
You can buy TPM boards to add to your Mobo.
Can you? That's interesting. So, introducing Windows 11. Let's check if this PC meets the system requirements. If it does, you can get a free upgrade when it's available. Sign in with a Microsoft account to get started. PC health at a glance. So, that's interesting. It's got all those bits there. So let's check now, see if it'll just do it anyway. It should do. This PC can run Windows 11. Hooray! Great news. This PC meets all the system requirements for Windows 11 and it's free. We'll let you know when it's ready to install. There we go. There is the answer to your question. It's free, gratis. They can't give it away. Well, they can, but. So there we go. Windows 11 is free, ladies and gentlemen. Which is kind of what you expect. I wonder if Learn More gives us more information. Yep, so it looks like it's going to be the same deal as Windows 10. So if you're on Windows 7 or Windows 8 and you've got that annoying nagging thing in the bottom corner saying, upgrade your PC for free now to Windows 10. We're going there again by the look of it.
Dice Air?
Dice Air. What's...
Mick Woods.
Let's go back to my large screen. Why is that not working now? Gosh darn it. Oh no, because I'm on the wrong one. There we go, number 2. Hey, there we go. So, we've got some questions there in the chat, so let's take a quick look at that. So Time Troop says you can buy TPM boards to add to your motherboard, so that's going to be really handy for some. Let's grasp the knowledge. Sir, is this free for Windows 10 user? As I heard from my friends, yes, it is a free upgrade. Dice Air says, I've got a 5800X and RTX 3080 Ti and it says not compatible. If you want to swap those components and board from my laptop, which is compatible, just reach out to the email address at the bottom of the screen there and I'll do a swap if you want to get Windows 11 that badly. Hell, I'll even put Windows 11 on it for you. That seems like a reasonable swap to me. Mick Wood says, I have a Ryzen 3600X with 32 gigs of RAM, but it says but it says this PC will not run Windows 11. Your PC did not meet the needed requirements. So probably what you're going to need to do if you are trying to do this now, go into your BIOS first of all and enable TPM in the BIOS. It does say it needs TPM 2.0. So if you're doing the system requirements checker, go into the BIOS, turn on TPM, then reboot, try the checker game, and it should pass with flying colours. Dice Air says, good deal, dude. Sounds good for me. 3D says, always hustling, yeah. You got to, haven't you? So, any info on the Windows 11 release date? So, yeah, just to recap for those of you who have joined us recently or whatever, it does appear that Windows Insiders are going to get a release copy in the next week, possibly this week. Probably, I would say, normally they tend to do things like that on a Friday. So it potentially could be tomorrow. There's also a big possibility it'll be sometime next week. So Windows Insiders will get a release next week. And again, the actual full release, I would be surprised if it wasn't November 11th. There's too much 11ness going on in this whole Windows 11 thing. They don't really need to be in a hurry to do it, as long as it's before Christmas. That is when they're going to be selling PCs, people will be trying to build PCs. The PC stuff goes crazy through the roof, starting November through to probably January, February. So as long as they can catch that beginning of the wave, they'll be all right. Hopefully it doesn't have a negative effect on people building PCs in the run-up to November. So kind of July, August, September, October, when traditionally things start ramping up, people are looking at Christmas presents, etc. I don't know. It would be nice to see it come out earlier. I think, to be honest with you, I'd probably end up using the dev version or the Windows Insider version. I'm quite happy to wait until next week for that. From what I can tell from the dev version, which I've been using, it is really, really stable. Not a single blue screen of death. And actually, Steve over at Gamers Nexus, Steve at Hardware Unboxed even, he's been running it on one of his machines, and yeah, he said the same thing. It's basically rock solid. So there's no reason really why you wouldn't want to run it, I don't think. It seems a little bit quicker. It's nice and shiny. And potentially you can run Android apps. That's going to be a thing. I don't know how I feel about it. I really don't. Also, the Auto HDR, how do we feel about that? I'm not entirely convinced on that. Most people who've got HDR screens, it's going to be a very niche market, I think, realistically. Handy for the future, not so great. Alexa says November, maybe we can buy GPUs by then. Talking of GPUs, it does seem at the moment, especially this week, there's been a noticeable drop in GPU prices. Now, I know China are still doing their thing and trying to ban Bitcoin or clamp down on it over there, so maybe that's having a knock-on effect. Bitcoin prices have taken a tumble again. They went down to just under 30k. I think they resurrected a little bit to 32. I'm not sure what they are at the moment. So Bitcoin's definitely on the down at the moment compared to where it was at its high point. So maybe graphics cards are going to be less sought after. Hopefully things are getting better. Pricing here in the UK, there's been quite a few cards coming out recently which have only been maybe £100 more than the recommended retail prices. So that's encouraging. Especially 3070s. 3070 Ti's have been on sale in the UK for around about £100 more than RRP, which is brilliant, really. And actually, some of them have been selling cheaper than RTX 3060s, bizarrely. So I guess it comes down to what you've got, what you need, and how long you're prepared to wait. I envisage them getting a lot cheaper. Right, here's some questions on the site. So just seeing if it says. Yeah, it doesn't say specific. It says the questions here, commonly asked questions are: what's the difference between Windows 10 and Windows 11? When can I buy a PC that comes with Windows 11 pre-installed? So let's take a look at that. So it just says available later this year. Where can I buy a PC with Windows 11? Yeah, more details to come. Yeah, basically it's pretty obscure. So not really saying a great deal there. So I think that's pretty much, I think we pretty much covered everything there. I'm I'm slightly bemused that they didn't say when it was actually going to be released and pricing. I think if they'd have put a date on it, people have been a lot happier. I'm genuinely looking forward to seeing next week, going over to the insider builds. If you haven't done it already, being a Windows Insider doesn't cost you anything. Literally, just go to your Windows 10 PC, click on Start, go to Settings and type in Insider. Then you can turn on Insider Build. So if you do want to get it, it doesn't apply to all machines, but the machine that you're actually on at the time. So if you've got a couple of Windows 10 machines and you want to maybe try one of them on Windows 11, go into Windows Insider and sign up for it, and then you'll be able to get the Windows 11 when it's released, or at least the kind of the dev versions, etc. I'm not too sure what's going to happen about the leaked ISO. Whether or not that is going to be more easily available now that it's been announced and released, and they're kind of like, well, whatever, if you guys want to play around with it, then knock yourselves out. They're not charging for it, so I guess technically it's not theft. If they're offering it as a free upgrade. So maybe it's intellectual property theft if they don't want you to have it quite yet, but it's not technically a monetary theft. And I guess it depends what you're doing with it. So anyway, I'll maybe, oh, there we go, R&D says, I just enabled TPM in my BIOS now, it's compatible. There you go. I shouldn't have told Dicer that. Oh, Dicer says, I fixed mine now, it's compatible with Windows 11. Damn, there's me, missed out. You could have had yourself a top-of-the-line Acer A515-43, complete with Mike's Unboxing sticker, for the lowly price of a 5800X and a RTX graphics card. You're lost, my friend, you're lost. Rockstar says, can you guys help me with TPM? I don't know how to enable it. So TPM is in your BIOS. So you need to turn off your PC, either mash the delete key or the F2, F1 keys, whatever it is, to enter your BIOS. Another way you can do it actually quite easily is in Windows, press and hold the Shift key and then press the Start button and then choose Restart. Keep holding the Shift key and eventually you'll come up to the Safe Mode menu, choose Troubleshooting, and then you can go into UEFI or UEFI BIOS. Then you can go into there, find TPM, various different BIOSes in various different places. If you've got an MSI motherboard, we've done tons of MSI motherboard tours, so you can head over to any of those in the playlist. Just search Mike's Unboxing, BIOS tour, or your motherboard. Chances are I've had a look at it already. So you can do that, enable TPM, reboot, go back in, and you should be tickety-boo. Ruffy, is that Ruffy? Yep, Ruffy says, my spec PC resolution 1080p, VJ 660GX, Intel i7 770K. I want to upgrade to Windows 11. Yes, you'll have no problems there at all. Mark Point says, Mike looking a little tanned. Yeah, it's been quite warm here over in the good old Blighty. We've had a little bit of sunshine.
Medicinal purposes.
Himrani says, hey mate, I use a Gigabyte motherboard. How do I enable Secure Boot and TPM? Would like a video on it. Thanks. Yeah, sure. Well, actually, when I finish this stream, that's probably one of the first things I'll do. I'll do a quick video on how to see if your PC is Windows 11 compatible and how to turn on TPM, all that kind of stuff. So if you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button and the chime icon. And as I always say, you'll be notified of future video releases. So yeah, that's... Finley123 says, do you reckon school PCs will work with it? Quite possibly. I think actually most school devices these days are actually quite new. And TPM as Trusted Platform module has been around now. Well, I know version 1.0 was out probably the first decade of the 2000s, so up to about 2010. So normally if you've got a PC which is maybe 2013, 2014 onwards, you should have TPM 2.0. If not, buy up, go over to Amazon now, I'm going to do it myself actually, and look for TPM 2.0 modules. Because I'd imagine there's going to be people going, oh my god, I need a TPM module. Let's all head over to Amazon and buy a TPM module.
Will Android work on AMD Verizon PCs?
Yes, it will. Android effectively will work. Well, Android itself won't. The apps will. So the apps will be ported from their APKs, and basically Windows 11 will be able to natively run APKs, it seems. I imagine there's some form of emulation going on behind the scenes, much like how you get Wine for using Windows on Mac, that sort of thing. So it's going to be that sort of deal. Potato Salad says... Oh, sorry. Thanks. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for reading my question. Jason Wood says, wow, a live stream. I'm a lucky boy. Jason, you're a lucky boy. We'll go with that. Potato Salad says, I have I have a Surface Laptop 4 Ryzen 7. Awesome. You should be able to get Windows 11 on there absolutely easily. Ugly Bob says, word up, home is. Hey, Ugly Bob. Ladies and gentlemen, Ugly Bob is an extremely kind contributor to the channel and is borderline being a sponsor right now. Thank you, Ugly Bob. And also, Ugly Bob, I meant to message you earlier before the stream. The mouse has arrived. You know what that means. So I'll try and get that done today or tomorrow and get that and your headphones sent back to you ASAP. Doghead says, will Norton work on Windows 11? Yes, it does. I've actually tested it. It does work. Himray says, these requirements are oddly specific. I think a lot of it comes down to TPM 2.0 and Secure Boot. I think that's probably the most specific parts of it.
Will you centre align or left align your taskbar?
John Sullivan, I doubt it will work on my Surface Pro 3, but hopefully. Now, I've actually got underneath this desk a Surface Pro 3, which I was going to sell, but I'm actually going to install Windows 11 on it and see what it runs like. It's only a i7, I think. I'm not sure which one. I think it's a 3570 or something. It's an i7 processor anyway. It's a dual core 4-thread. So it's not going to run amazing, but I actually used to use it to run the streams before I had this laptop. So I will try it on the Surface Pro 3 and give an update on it, see what people think of it.
Maybe we could do that on Saturday.
Will you center align or left align your taskbar with Windows 11 comes? To be honest with you, I'd probably center align it. I've used, like I said, I've been using Windows 11 for a little bit, and the center does kind of make sense. There's a little bit of muscle memory, so if you're doing something you're not fully concentrating, you do automatically go to that left-hand corner for your mouse to get the Windows bar. Yeah, it takes a little while to get used to, but I think people will probably go with the center section. It does kind of make sense being front and center. Thanks, Doghead, no problem. And thank you, John. Ugly Bob says, left align for the win, and a £2 super chat. No, 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 no. Left align. Oh. I should, in theory, prefer left align because I'm a left-handed person, but I actually do prefer the central section. I don't know. I suppose for different purposes, it's different things. If you're on a 2-in-1 device, it does make sense to have it in the middle because of obviously when you're holding it, it does, rather than having to kind of grip the edges. Who knows? Tactical Neep says, I have taskbar sideways anyway and hidden because I'm weird. Fair enough. Ricardo says, I've changed the settings of TPM to firmware. TPM, and guess what? I can upgrade to a Windows 11, my 10400, yes. TPM, what is TPM for us non-techies? TPM stands for Trusted Platform Module. So in certain instances in companies and maybe schools, educational environments, you only want certain people logging into servers. So they would have a TPM key, either a physical module which would fit on the board or a software uploaded key into the BIOS, which would kind of authenticate with a TPM server effectively. So it's just another layer of kind of protection against people logging into certain devices where they shouldn't. I don't think it's really ever caught on massively, but obviously it must be to some extent. It was supposed to kind of end theft and illegal logging on and that kind of stuff, hacking, but it kind of didn't. That's it. TPM stands for Lisa Sue's Hills. Thanks, Bob. RIP release dates, yes. Rockstar says there is no TPM in my BIOS settings. My motherboard is from ASRock. You might see it in another section, so look for either Secure Boot or Trusted Platform module. It could be on either one of those. So yeah, we've been doing this for about an hour and a half now, so I think it's time that I gave up. So thank you all so much for joining us on the stream. Really do appreciate it. Thanks for all your comments, and especially thank you for your super chats. Again, everything you do does help us to do more and more and keep us motivated to do stuff on the channel. If you haven't subscribed already and you're still watching, hit the subscribe button, and we're going to be going some deep dives into Windows 11 setup, how to work out if your PC is compatible, all the TPM stuff, games, different processors, older hardware, all that kind of stuff that you guys are hopefully going to be interested in. If you're interested in this stream, then you should be interested in the rest of it. So yeah, thank you all so much for joining us, and I've got to try and remember how to do this now. It's been a while. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, thank you all for super chats. Comment if there's anything you didn't understand, or let me know in the comment section after in the video D if there's something you'd have preferred to have seen in Windows 11. Have they missed anything out? Is it too early to tell? I think quite possibly it is. So thank you all for watching. In the meantime, I've been Mike. This is Mike's Unboxing, Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next stream. Thanks for watching. I thought that was going to work. I didn't. Damn it.